throw beer over me, I won't smack you one.
People complain that he's German, but we've got a monarchy that's German and Greek.
You're the only one on this table to have seen England win anything.
Every England fan carries the trauma.
There's a musical about him. There's a TV show about it. We won all.
You are an extremely fortunate generation because you've never seen Carlton Palmer play for England.
We've gathered every generation of England fan to debate all things Three Lions, from City 6 to Tommy Tuchel. This is Generational.
Anything other than winning the World Cup would be failure for England.
3, 2, 1.
I think it would be a failure if we didn't win the World Cup, because we've made this big fuss about getting Tuchel in over, he's an experienced, proven manager. And going into a World Cup, we've been to the finals, we've lost finals, and look, I don't think we got the best squad, but I wouldn't class anything as a success if we didn't win the World Cup. I'd look back at that World Cup and say I had a great time watching it, but I wouldn't say, that was a great success.
I disagree with you, so I don't think we've got the greatest squad. You're dead right about that. I don't think we've got the greatest manager. So if we do okay, I can live with that. When by okay, I still like semi-finals. I don't want to be getting knocked out early doors. But I don't think it's a catastrophe. I think we've got a really competent but relatively run-of-the-mill manager. And if we do the semi-finals with him, we've done all right. And we've not got the greatest squad.
I know, but I can't. For me, I just can't look back at a World Cup anymore and say, "Oh yeah, it was great. We got to the semis." You know what I mean? I want to win something now.
I think I probably can. If you look at something like Italia '90, what a World Cup that was, and getting to the semi-final there. Now I don't know if we're a bit older, we were always used to them being crap. Let's be honest, and even not getting there. So that was magical. I think this World Cup, I don't want to put a downer on it, but there's no standout team. And for me, the quality's not there, particularly. If you've got Messi and Ronaldo and players like that, and they're about our age, that's not great. So England's best chance for me is that every other team is mediocre.
It won't be the end of the world if we don't win it with this team, because we've seen quite a lot of success recently. Obviously, I'd love to win it. I think everybody here would as well. I would be happy with just a good run.
George is right in that Thomas Tuchel's mission is to win the World Cup, right?
Yeah.
His mission statement will be,
exactly. And when he came in, that's the first thing he said. So in that respect, I suppose so. However, think about our run to the Euros final. We were pretty poor, to say the least, right? Yeah. We were dire, and yet one could argue that was successful, and we got to a final.
I just don't think I can take another final and be able to look back at it and say that was a success. I'd love to win something. Look, maybe it's the Man City fan in me. I don't know. But I just love to. My ultimate being is that I want England to win something, and the country would be electric if we did.
Can you now please show that main camera again whether George has changed your mind? 3, 2, 1.
They changed everyone's mind. Fair enough. But you didn't change my mind.
No disrespect there, mate.
Yeah,
everybody said, "Oh, George, shit."
It's never acceptable to throw your pint when England score.
3, 2, 1, reveal. Again, George. I'm not going to start with you, Sonny. Why don't you take it?
I think there was a moment where it was real, and now it's just like, throw it for the crack. Yeah. And, it's throwing it for the Insta. Is that really where we're at? I'm buying a pint. I'm not, I don't drink, mate. I've just got a pint, just for the Insta later on.
It just winds me up, though. Like, I remember I was in Birmingham for the Europa League final. And we scored the third goal, and it's like we've been in control for most of the game, and they're still lobbing pints in the air, and I'm like, I've been paid £8 all night for these pints, and there's people behind me just lobbing them up. I just don't understand, and it's like the best part of the World Cup, especially England, is having a few drinks with your mates.
Yeah, but for George, it's chucking that pint on your mate.
Yeah,
it's having everybody else's drink as well.
And then you just end up stinking a beer the whole day.
I meant it in its... So I was on edge on this one, but I still disagree. I just think it's in its purest form, when it's natural.
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, as is the case with a lot of things in life, knobheads ruin it. And that's been the case of
it's a bit like this discussion, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Go on, who are you talking about? Don't point any fingers. For me, I bought that beer That is, I'm not throwing that anywhere, mate. All right.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
so there's that. Culturally, you throw beer over me, I want to smack you on.
Mike, how would you react if George threw his pint and it went all over?
Honestly, George. I'd want to put one on you. It's like, what are you doing?
But it's a 90th minute winner.
I don't care,
England
mate.
are about to win the World
I'm
Cup.
not throwing my pint pot over you. Don't throw it on me.
It's not on you. It's in celebration.
It's on me
A
now,
little
mate.
bit's on you, a little
No
bit's on
thanks.
you.
It's on you.
Right.
And it's not warm. It's
and I don't
definitely
want to
beer.
stand there wet through, stinking a beer.
Yeah, but we've won World Cup.
But it's like taking a wad of cash and just...
Yeah.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Well, if I was... yeah.
So it's a cultural thing, that.
I think idiots have ruined it, but in its purest form, I love it. And
And I think it's a younger generation thing. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? For my whole generation, they actually go, "You what?"
So a scenario, right?
Yeah.
We're all there. We're all sat.
Right.
We're all in the pub. We're watching it, or in the fan
I'd
park,
like that, by the way.
2006
Yeah.
style, right?
Right.
We're all tenterhooked. You've got like a little drag left because you've
Right.
been drinking it.
Yeah.
And England score a last minute
Yeah.
goal, and we all go mad.
Yeah.
Right, that pint's going up. You're going, yeah.
You get smacked with him then.
Your pint might be going up.
No, mine's
no,
not
I'm
going
not
up.
saying like.
No,
I'm
it's not, mate, stay-
It's not
right.
Artemis. You're not launching into
which
space.
part of it staying there do you not get?
yeah, but we're stood up. We're stood up. Do you know what I mean? It's in your
Right.
hand. It's
Well,
got
you're
to be
moving.
there.
So we're all jumping up and down,
Put it
celebrating.
down on the floor and then jump up.
Yeah, well, I'm booting it then.
We're all jumping up and down, and we're celebrating.
Funny enough,
You're self-writing your cup like this. Like,
that complete grabbing strangers, and I get that. You know, I've been engaged.
Yeah, matches, yeah.
But not with me beer.
Not if it's like, 3-0
You're not
against
convincing
Ghana in the
me.
group stage, and it's like the 50th minute, and people
going
are trying to go mental to that. Like,
It's an own goal.
I get it if it's like, a
And here's
last
the other
minute
thing,
winner.
by the way. How do you know it's not a glass of piss? And that
It's cold. It's cold. We'll say it's cold.
It's always
not warm.
it's always the warm test.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
it's
it's not-
warm and you're at a gig, I'm like, ooh.
This is what you do with a glass of beer.
spot on, mate.
How are you going to do that when we just scored World Cup winner?
Drink it.
Just drink. He just said, right, we've scored. Hang on a minute.
Hang on a minute. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nah.
3, 2, 1.
Yes! It's just so
For a last minute winner, like, say never acceptable. For a last minute winner, I get it, yeah? But
Yeah.
for just
Will,
like a random goal.
Don't look at me with that.
Okay.
You're convinced you're not.
Yeah, George.
just a random goal,
you-
though.
thank you. You've taught me round. You've
Thank
taught me
you.
round. I can
Yeah,
feel
you
the
know what,
world
fair enough.
where
Thank you.
it's 99th minute.
Yeah. The US should not be allowed to host the World Cup.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, so we're at a moment where there are so many controversies happening beyond the football pitch that it's very easy, and I would agree with the reasons why somebody would say right now they need a World Cup taken from them. However, I think it'd be hard to judge an entire nation on their leader alone, or whether the direction that's been put by them. And I don't think any one country doesn't deserve a World Cup. I guess it's how they embrace it and what they do with it, and whether it's good for football, right? And kind of, the more I say this, the more I'm like, well, wait a minute. The prices and the travel and everything else. But I mean, we can't take it away from them, can we?
So you've got a leader that,
Is a dick.
your opinion, not the people that voted for it.
No, that's true.
That's the thing. It's democracy.
Yeah.
And I'm doing this devil's advocate. So you don't like the guy. So what? First of all, it's not the leader of your country. It's the leader of America. He's got nothing to do with football. He don't play football as far as I'm aware. The most contentious part of this is FIFA.
Yes.
And what they've done. If you want to start being contentious, take it away from FIFA.
Yeah.
Why should they do this? Because if you look at what they've done, there's a lot of contentious issues there. You don't like the president of the United States of America, tough, live with it.
I just think I prefer to have a country that loves football.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Mexico, for example, is a great choice.
Yeah.
Isn't it? They live and breathe football. It's not that long since America had it last. That's one of the
94.
things, isn't it?
On that point, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Because when was the last time we had it?
66.
66, and
Yeah.
we love football. Oh no, that'd have been the question. But the subtext is, if you don't like Trump, then do you take that competition away from America?
Well-
No, you don't.
I think there's an abuse of the World Cup for me, not
Yeah.
just America hosting a World Cup. It's using fans, it's using what the FIFA World Cup is and changing it to suit the context of America. But then I agree with your point entirely. I blame FIFA more.
Yeah.
In
Well, I
terms
blame
of,
FIFA 100%.
Yeah.
They are in charge. When you look at the prices, I mean, I'm from a working class background. I say that now because I'm more aware of it now as I'm old than I was when I was younger, funnily enough.
Yeah.
And for working class people throughout the world, never going to go. Not a chance. Unless you sell your house maybe and go. So for people like us throughout the world, we're never going to be able to go.
But at the same time,
true.
there are some fans that are just 100% not allowed to go to a country that is hosting the World Cup. And it's like, if you want to host the World Cup, you just need to let everybody who's going to come
Well,
in.
not just fans, referees.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Singular. But I get that. But that is a Trumpian use of power, but you might say abuse of power. That is a typical Trumpian move. It's a geopolitical thing, whether that has a relationship to a game of football.
Obviously, they're at war with Iran, everything that's going on, but Scottish fans even can't go. There's a lot of them that have had their visas rescinded and stuff like that. The limitations placed on people getting into the country for a World Cup, which is meant to be about celebrating the unity of the world, for me, is wrong that it is wrong that is happening. I understand that there's context of people are saying it because they don't like Trump, for instance, like what you're saying. My mind is that it's about what the World Cup stands for. And if people can't go, and if there's a referee with a perfectly valid political visa and passport that can't get into the country, even though he's refereed games all around the world, for me, it raises questions about why are they not letting these type of people in.
Are any of you considering not to watch the World Cup because of these things?
Put some jumpers down on a park and have some lads kicking the ball about and I'll watch it. Because I love football, so that's never going to change. What worries me is, we have the Qatar World Cup as well. Extremely dodgy government there.
With a capital D.
With a capital D. And they're using the World Cup as PR, let's be honest, to tell the world we're not fucked up. We're all right,
Well, a major tournament could have a bigger influence than that. You go back to the Sochi Olympics and the final days of those Olympics. By then, Vladimir Putin's approval rating had got so high that he then annexed Crimea and, essentially precipitated the conflict we're in now. And that wouldn't have come about had it not had the approval of the Russian people, which came about through, again, the successful hosting of these games. Yeah. And that's the bit where, although I disagreed, you think, okay, what next? Donald Trump's already said it's the greatest World Cup ever before it's even started. So,
and you saw it with Club World Cup as well. He's going to get involved.
I am very selfish, but I just want to watch the World Cup. Sorry. Sounds awful, that.
Yeah, I
It's
agree
the
with you
football,
there, but it's
Sorry.
just like...
And I'm apologising, but I'll still watch it.
3, 2, 1, reveal.
The England manager should be English.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I mean, look, Tuchel's a world-class manager. What he did with Chelsea and PSG, absolutely world-class. So to have him in England, 100%, I don't think the fact that he's German should change anything.
I think you've just got to get the very best guy you can to get and do the job. If ever we didn't want to be little Englanders, now is the time.
What I don't understand is people complain that he's German, but we've got a monarchy that's German and Greek, and nobody seems to be bothered with them, do they?
Yeah.
For years we've had that, haven't we? So what's the big issue with it?
I think the issue. I see it from both sides. Look, I think English managers at the moment, it's a bit of a bum generation. You got Eddie Howe, but then I'm not going to not get Pep Guardiola in for Eddie Howe. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if he's there and he's available.
You're not going to turn Pep down, are you, really?
No, exactly. An English manager's not won the Prem at all. The last time we won the First Division was 91, 92. So I think that, look, if the English manager was English, I would like it, because I think it'd mean more to them if they won the World Cup with England. But I honestly, as long as we win, I'm not bothered. Do you know what I mean? I'd like it a little bit more, but it's not definitive for me that the England manager has to be English at all.
I mean, it's a bit like that. If your fourth cousin was English, you now yourself live in Antarctica, that's where you were born, you're still English.
Yeah.
I can even
Who's
go
going to
along
tell me
with
no
that.
one lives in Antarctica?
Yeah,
Who was born
I
there?
was being, obviously, I was exaggerating there. What I'm saying is, we've got, you get players now, and you look at the background, the grandparents, the great-grandparents, and pick them accordingly. And I sort of get that. It's the way of the world, in a way. And because other countries would do that, then If I want to win, I'll just go along with what's going on there. I wouldn't handicap myself.
You know, we can go into like all the political elements of this and the fact that Britain is a country built on immigration as well, an empire and all the rest of it. I suppose ultimately, we'd all prefer an English manager if they're good enough. But you're right, it comes down essentially to the coaching pipeline. And fundamentally, we don't produce enough coaches.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's too expensive to become a coach. It's too expensive to do any badges. And so at every opportunity, we put up barriers to stop people becoming coaches. And also, you know, it's horrible being a football manager, right?
Yeah.
The dream is to do your badges, work up to the top level, get a top job and get sacked.
And
after
then
getting
live
an
on the
8-year
money.
contract.
Yeah.
Then you got the money and you're all right.
You're all right,
You
yeah.
get another job after that.
So yeah, I suppose preferably you'd have an English manager, but you want the best manager. And at the moment, we
of
don't
course.
make the best manager English because we don't have the right means to do it.
Just get the very best you can.
Realistically, who could have been the England manager other than Tuchel?
Sam Allardyce.
He's had his chance. Let's go and talk about pints.
I wouldn't have been- it
He's
would have been
brought
Eddie Howe,
up
wouldn't it?
every single time.
Would it have been Eddie Howe?
I think.
You think Eddie Howe's good enough?
I personally don't think he's good enough, but I wouldn't have minded his appointment, to be fair.
3, 2, 1. No minds were changed. Brilliant.
Do you know what? It was nice being on all your team that time. It was really nice. If the US won the World Cup, they'd be insufferable.
3, 2, 1. Reveal. Peter, you're on your own this time.
Yeah, I'm on my own and I'm being extremely partisan by saying I don't care about politicians when it comes to that. If Patrick Adjumang of Derby County is a happy lad, that'll do for me.
Yeah, I think mine's not even based on politics. It's just Americans in general. Do you know, world champions if they win the Super Bowl. And you know what they'd be like? They'd be like, "Oh, we took your game and we dominated, bro. We freaking dominated the World Cup." And it'd do my head in because they want everything that they can to be insufferable. They don't understand football. They call it soccer. It cannot be a soccer World Cup if they win the World Cup. We can't allow it.
I love America. I love rock and roll. It's made my life. But Americans, by definition, part of their default position has the word insufferable in it. It's just the way it is. They have it's an amazing big country. It's loud. So if they do anything, they're loud and big. And I think it's almost in their DNA. They can't do modest pleasure. I'm so glad that we've won. Thank you, rest of the world. That's not America. America's just as you said it. Did you see this?
Yeah.
I think they get up in the...
did it, bro!
They get up like that, don't they?
Yeah.
Hi! I mean,
Yeah.
it's American. Yeah, they will be insufferable. And you're right, I don't mean it politically. I just mean that is the mindset of the country. I mean, it took the Beatles to go back to the States to actually go to them. Hey, there's a bit of rock and roll back for you.
Yeah.
For the Yanks to actually go, we're not the best.
Yeah.
You know what I mean,
I'd
don't
rather
you?
Scotland win it. To be
know.
honest, that's my.
I would love Scotland to win it, to be fair. Obviously, you know, England first, but my granddad's Scottish, and John McGinn plays for them, so...
I should point out that Patrick Adjumang is injured, and so I don't care now. I agree with you.
Yeah. No, they should be. We should intervene. They should not be allowed to win the World Cup. We should send everything at it.
If England are knocked out, we should support Scotland.
3, 2, 1. Reveal. Can't believe this result, to be honest. Yeah, but Will, why don't you take us away?
Look, I'm only saying this, you know, I've got a grandpa who's Scottish. I love John McGinn as well, so I would be backing the boys if we got knocked out.
Disagree in silence, just for me. Because the only reason why is because I think rivalry is a good thing, first and foremost. I think it drives us all forward. There's no way I'd want Scotland to win a World Cup. They celebrate every time England go out of the World Cup. Same with Wales. And yeah, they don't have... They just live to hate England. And I say this from the Scottish fans who we meet when we go out at filming, stuff like that, and when we go out to these tournaments. So me and Jack, when we were in Dusseldorf for the Euros, and by the way, great banner. Unbelievable. I don't knock them for it. They were giving us shit all tournament and it was brilliant. And we had some of the best nights out we've had with Scottish fans. And we asked them, there was a video that we did and we asked them who's the biggest Scottish legend, Kenny Dalglish or Diego Maradona. Every one of them said Maradona because he put England out of the World Cup. So they're bitter, I'm bitter, and I like it that way. So it's not from a hatred point of view. I just like the rivalry, and they would be insufferable as well. But I'd rather them win it in the US. But yeah,
I love underdogs. Yeah, you're dead right. Scots are bitter, but I'm not going to be bitter just because they're bitter.
I love it though. I love the
Oh,
bitterness.
I like bitterness in. Yeah, no, I allow myself to be bitter occasionally. It's not with love and affection. It's with come on, underdogs, do it.
I think it was amazing. The Scott McTominay overhead kick, the Kenny
Yeah.
McLean from the halfway line. That was amazing. But I think you might have won me over here because
You've got to think as well. They'll come down if they win. They will come down,
Yeah.
and they'll be rubbing it in your face.
I've actually got a guilty pleasure.
Scotland.
I watched Scottish Championship football on the Friday night.
That's the weirdest.
gonna be
That's the
talking.
weirdest.
your team play on a Friday night every now and then, don't
Can I
they?
just take your pulse, mate?
Yeah,
Sure.
just
No,
you
he's
do
the
that.
live. Sorry, yeah. Sorry, yeah.
And I think as well, controversial statement, Scottish football is on the way up again. If we think back to 78 and Ali starting at me and all that lot, and 74, they were a much better team than
Yeah,
England.
but imagine they do better than us at the World Cup. Remember when Wales did better than us at the Euros? That wasn't
Yeah.
particularly
Do you know-
enjoyable.
Even though we beat them, though, that's the
Yeah.
funny part.
yeah.
I hadn't thought about the bitterness. I'm going to try and not change my mind.
Please.
You
change
can
it.
change your mind. You
I
are
don't
allowed.
because I've just remembered the bitterness. Whereas I'm just thinking of underdogs before. I'm not thinking about the fact that Scotland would like us to get knocked out by Cape Verde.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In
Of course
the
they
first,
do, yeah.
straight away. That's what they want, don't they, really?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Hey, I got you. I got you.
He did. I forgot about that.
I didn't think you'd give me one like that.
No, I forgot about the bitterness, you're right. Really poignant, this one, actually, especially with the current TV programme. England fans owe Gareth Southgate a massive apology.
3, 2, 1.
I thought he did a decent job as a manager. I think he's a decent guy. So I've never had any opprobrium towards him. So I don't owe him an apology because I have no issue with him, I've no beef with him. Consequently, I don't need to apologise.
But a lot of England fans do have beef with him. Think
I
about
don't.
the last tournament. So think about them in that answer.
No, I'm thinking about me.
Okay, well, that's true. You
I'm
can
not,
only be
you don't have to apologise, but I don't have to either.
I would say that as much as I've come out to bat for Southgate and he has rehabilitated England and did so much to change the culture,
Yeah.
think about where we were. It was Big Sam, wasn't it? Right? Yeah, the Big Sam,
yeah.
one game, one win,
Yeah.
pint of wine and all that. We were a mess. In fact, you look at the England cricket team now and see what disarray they're in. You know, some parallels
Yeah,
there. But then there's the selections, the style of football, the way we had a great potential team that was relying on individuals, Bellingham at the last second, all that stuff. There's so much turgid football.
Yeah.
But you
He doesn't
wouldn't.
owe an apology for that for me.
you
Yeah, well,
that
he
was
doesn't.
that was
Yeah,
he had the
but
opportunity to do more and he didn't do enough with it.
Would you feel that bad about that? That you, because apology implies that there's a hatred there to apologise for, or a dislike, or a disrespect.
Well, I
Whereas,
think it's the disrespect that you got, wasn't it? Towards the end of everything, I'm not saying anyone here, but I think there was an overwhelming majority of people that wanted him out. Maybe that's. I don't think he's owed an apology.
The handbrake was on.
Yeah, I think he lost us the final for
Trent,
one.
Trent,
I think
yeah.
that we
I
went.
know I get that, and I think that was a lack of competence.
Yeah.
But I didn't think because of that, you'd have
He
mugged
did-
you.
No, he
You-
did. He did a good job.
You know.
You need to compare him to Fabio Capello, right? For
Yeah.
me, Capello had all the riches, the best players I can remember. And what did he do with them? Nothing. Didn't even get out the group.
Do you want to apologise to him as well? Or?
Well, no. Whoever appointed him should apologise.
Trent Alexander-Arnold only ever played one game at centre mid, and it was at a major tournament under Gareth Southgate.
Gareth
you know?
Southgate made mistakes, definitely, and especially towards the end of his tenure as England coach. But look where he took us from, like you're talking about, the disarray. And personally, I know we've got this drama on about him at the moment, talking about the best in an English gentleman.
No, he
And I
is, he
saw
is.
that
Yeah.
with him. He took us forward so far, and in terms of playing people from lots of different backgrounds as well.
I think Southgate as a manager, he failed quite a bit, but he also brought a lot back to England. Changed the culture. Where I think for you, I don't remember it as much, but I've read a lot about how the English media used to be building up towards tournaments, and it's not like that anymore. It's not as bad as it used to be, and I think a lot of that is down to Southgate. But on a footballing side, he failed a lot of the way. Like he did, lose us the final in
He
the
was
2020
flawed,
Euros.
though. He was flawed.
Yeah, exactly.
But it wouldn't make me dislike him to such an extent
Yeah.
that I had to apologise. That's why I
Yeah,
said
Some people
I don't
did,
think- I
though.
don't
That's the
think-
point,
just
isn't it? Some people did.
thought, yeah, you're not that great, but we've had other managers not that great.
I think more people might agree with this if Tuchel bombs out at round of 16. They'll be like, oh, what did we have with Southgate? I think
he never had it so good.
I mean, there's a musical about him. There's a TV show about it. We won fuck all. We didn't win anything, and we've got a big drama. Do you know what? I don't remember
I would
66
say-
having that.
I
And
would say, name me a better coach since Sir Alf than Gareth Southgate.
no, I
There isn't one.
yeah,
He
but
is the
the
most
thing is though, is that
successful
I
of the
agree with
managers,
you
but-
on that. I agree with you in the fact that he's done a phenomenal job to an extent, but he also lost us a final for his negative football. The Trent stuff, the Henderson stuff. He also inherited. He's not done it with bare bones. He's inherited a world class squad with Harry Kane.
Roy Hodgson had him taking corners. So there's
Yeah.
the difference between the two coaches.
No, I agree with you. I just don't think we owe him an
Okay.
apology.
3,
Changing my mind.
2, 1, reveal.